Aloha and welcome to Java. This is for Wednesday. It's August 7th, 2024. Thank you all so much for your patience in facing a few challenges over the last day or two, including a couple of small things. We've had some power outages, hurricanes, some mass flooding, and also now an earthquake, looks like. So all of those are getting a little bit interesting. I don't have I'm missing my screens, large part of my chart, so I don't have quite the background of information for you, but with this, we can still see the larger picture of what's going on. So let's update you with that. So far, we've got the MMRI risk indicator is rising again as more people are pouring back into the market. Still in fear territory. It's at 24 for the fear greed meter, but it's heading out of the extreme phase. So I want to talk about this a little bit. We've got the relative strength of the dollar. It cratered, and now it's picking back up to where the dollar now it has a bit of strength again, and this is relative to the other currencies. So while the euro and the whole thing with the Japan yen carry trade, the yen got strong there for a brief period of time. Now the dollar is going back. Things are kind of reverting. We've got the 10-year yield dropping. So we had the 10-year yield come down. I spoke about this the other day, but also mortgage rates dropping even further. Now this is without cutting rates. We've still got a couple of people I'm hearing from that still believe there is going to be an emergency rate cut, which I really don't think so. That would destroy a lot of the things that Jay Powell has put into place so far. He's been very guided and cautious about not necessarily rate cuts as much as guidance and sentiment for this market. So with this, we did have Bitcoin. It went down to that dip. It's above 57,000 again at this moment. So cryptocurrencies coming back. Now 58 is a major resistance level. So I'm kind of expecting a bit of a pullback there. Now this is just probabilities, not financial advice, but the likely thing is that it would pull back a bit if it follows in watching volume along with that, and then it can break through. If it breaks through that 58, then the next level again is 62. So with this sentiment, this market sentiment, very silly. Are we back to normal again? Because everyone is just pretending as if it's normal. Buying back in, which I'm not saying is necessarily a bad idea, but getting a bit reckless about it, beginning to leverage it again. A lot of shorts got melted out the other day, and that created a slight bit of a squeeze. So with this, we've got volatility coming down. And then gold, silver, and crude are still strong, but stocks are coming back, and the futures are also showing green in accordance with that. So today, it's I don't think it's going to be necessarily a full green market as much as kind of a chop level range trade is what it looks like. But again, I'm missing a bit of my background. But my point to most of this, the market has the memory of a goldfish. So all of the fear and all of the difficult times, how everybody was calling for the end of everything on Monday, that's all gone now. It only takes like a day or two, and everybody's back to business as usual. So this will, I believe, happen again. So just remember this. You don't have to be like the market. You can remember this. Fear brings that opportunity. Now, these markets, I do believe, will still stay managed until November. I've got a bit more about that in a bit. Okay, so earnings today. I know this video is quite delayed today, and I appreciate your patience for this. But they're not getting too much, nothing huge in the way. 3 o'clock is the consumer sentiment. More, we're getting basically earnings and upgrades with the stocks. Like I said, it's gone back to basically stock specific trades again. So just keep an eye on the volume, and then also, of course, with the levels. So with this, I just want to briefly talk about a couple of things. I normally don't bring up a lot of politics. I try to avoid it. However, it is official that a certain person is the choice for the nominee for the second half of the party. There's kind of two sides of the same party that are running. This one happens to be the blue half. And then I wanted to bring up the choice for VP because there's a lot of manipulation in the words, a lot of guiding, a lot of neurolinguistic programming that mainstream media uses. So I'm just going to call this out because they are bringing this up that the running mate that was chosen, they're bringing out that he's a National Guard veteran. So while I have all the respect in the world for National Guard, that position that she is going for is Commander in Chief of all military forces. And they are trying to use him as having been National Guard veteran as basically military experience, which is just not the case. So anyone that is in the military knows there is very distinct difference, a very severe level in not just intensity, but also understanding that broader level of what's going on. So I don't think that really, in my mind, qualifies as far as true military experience or hopefully she's going to choose better for advisors going forward to surround herself with because she's going to need the help. So, with this, I want to bring up something else that has been going on. It's incredibly disturbing. And I think this is a major move in the wrong direction. Basically, this tweet about politicians' spouse, she was tweeting now. I agree she shouldn't have tweeted out some of this, that it was calling out on rioters to basically become violent and vandalize. However, freedom of speech, she should be able to say whatever she likes. And, people are not expected to have a mind of their own or be responsible anymore. And I think this is a very dangerous precedent that someone can be arrested just for a tweet on social media. This is the probably the worst dystopian part about it because this only spreads slightly into what you are thinking about. And if you think about the wrong thing, you're going to end up locked up. And what have I said before about freedom versus safety? They're kind of on opposite ends. And so with this, freedom is just being eroded more rapidly every day. And while this happens to be in the UK, the United States is not far from it. So with this, I want to bring up one other thing. Normally on Wednesdays, we do have Discord discussion shortly after Greg's video live in the afternoon. If you would like to join in or if you would like to have a discussion this afternoon, I am afraid I cannot join you this afternoon. And but I encourage you all in there. You've got some brilliant people you can have a discussion with. And I please, if you would join in with them. And with that, wish you all a wonderful day in general. And until I see you again, as always, my friends, stay free.